Today I watched episode 10 of Dragon's Rising season 3 at 0.25x speed. However, I do have a little bit of a surprise for you. I also watched episode 9, but there weren't enough details to make a whole video on it, so we're gonna go through some honorary mentions just real quick. Number 1, as the ninja are landing their vehicles in the monastery hangar bay, Kai and Lloyd's weapons are just floating in front of Ryu, but they do return to their set positions when they land. Number 2, Arin mentions that the bench in his room is the bench his parents were sitting on before they disappeared in the merge. That's super obvious. However, I just wanted to say I knew this years ago because I actually tried to watch episode 1 of Dragon's Rising at 0.25x speed. Never made a video on it, but I did notice that he kept the bench in his room. But yes, I knew it the whole time. As I was editing this last detail, I noticed that Sora came in to get a tool. But once she starts talking with Arin, she puts the tool back, and then eventually Nia calls them to come to the basement, and she doesn't really take anything with her. So this kind of looks like Sora just came in saying she wanted a tool as an excuse to talk to Arin, which I think is such a subtle but good way to represent the awkwardness between these two at the moment. Number 3, when I watch this stuff in slow motion, I'm not just seeing like different details that are hidden in the background. I'm also so bored that I'm just constantly thinking about Ninjago, right? So one of the things that I was thinking of as Wildfire is tending to Roby is that Wildfire's voice got a lot lighter. Check out her voice in season 1 of Dragon's Rising.
Talk, barf, fight! We're free of our cages!
Very deep, very in the throat, right? Can I say that? Wildfire's voice now seems more natural sounding.
Answer. There has to be something we can do. Check all those boring books again. I'm not. Oh, shut up. Okay, I totally am.
Maybe she was trying really hard to be a dragon back then, but now she realizes that she doesn't have to be anything she's not to be more secure in her identity. You know, she's part dragon, she was raised by dragons, and nobody can change that. Number 5 is absolute havoc is wreaking in the skies. Lloyd blows Drix's arm clean off, and then it looks super cool as it forms back in. I don't know why. I know he's made of bugs, but it just looks super lethal every time he gets like his stomach blown out or hear his arm.
I can't leave you all alone for a minute.
Okay, now moving on to episode 10. Number 1, Frak almost gets shredded to bits as Wildfire saves him in the Storm Rider mech. He's like this close to the propeller. Number 2, near the Combiner mech's shins, you see like a purple glow. Take that as you will. I just thought it looked cool. Number 3, as Wildfire uses the Storm Rider mech to help push the Combiner mech outside the tornado, I couldn't help but feel this is exactly what a kid would make in a play scenario when you're playing with your Legos, right? Like you just combine all your toys and fight them all out, or make one toy assist the other. So this scene to me captures that childlike whimsy.
Be safe, ninja.
Number 4, as Thunderfang's storm is spreading throughout the merge lands, we see Cole glancing at a rock that roughly translates to KQ. Those letters don't exactly translate to anything in the Ninjago language. Number 5 is Arin Spinjitzu's to Raz. We see that 2 Spinjitzu strokes correlate with where his limbs are at, so since they're a little bit off grid, those lines extend and are a little slanted while the rest of it is upright. I'm pretty sure similar rules apply to all the ninjas' tornadoes, and is possibly why Spinjitzu looks so dynamic now. It's not just one upright replayed animation, it's very custom to what the ninja is doing at the moment. Number 6, as the Combiner mech falls into individual pieces, there's just a big white flash to cover up having to animate the pieces transforming apart. I don't want to call it lazy because Ninjago only has so much budget and the animators look like they're working pretty hard, but I feel like they're using this white flash thing increasingly as the seasons progress. Number 7, as Kai, Lloyd, and Nia do this insane triple rising dragon strike thing, it creates a sonic boom so powerful it starts distorting light around its radius.
Whose energy do you channel? Motion, that incessant busybody, or the self-obsessed strength?
Number 8, as Thunderfang is torturing Lloyd and asking him which source dragon his powers come from, whether it be strength, motion, or what we know to be life, I started to think the reason Lloyd's probably so powerful is because his power is life, right? And life is literally everywhere. It's in the molecules around you, it's growing, it's constantly everywhere. And if we follow the rules of Spinjitzu Burst or Nia merging with the ocean, elemental masters are more powerful when more of their power is around them, which is most likely why the Green Ninja is so powerful and why Cole is probably the second most powerful. I also think the Green Ninja's power is very powerful because he's also granted an overarching power. What I mean by that is, for example, we have Frak who has quake powers or Wildfire who has heat powers, which feel like subcategories to overarching powers like fire and earth, which seem to be significantly more powerful, at least I think. And then the most powerful elements are going to be elements that haven't even been split yet. For example, motion as a power. If someone had that, that would be extremely powerful. And Lloyd has the power of life, which is literally the name of a source dragon, meaning when you put 2 and 2 together, he has the biggest category of elemental power that you can have, if that makes sense. It looks like the first Spinjitzu master was granted a lot of powers by different source dragons, and life was probably the most generous, so he kept that power for his lineage. It also explains why Lloyd was able to manifest a dragon with his powers. Number 9, when Thunderfang starts sucking up Lloyd's power, his eyes turn green before he starts absorbing Lloyd's power, meaning it looks like he makes a mental connection before he's able to levitate his prey. The second time, his eyes turn green way after, meaning this might have been more forced and just raw. He's literally using wind to suck up Lloyd's power before being able to really absorb his power. Number 10, Cole's lava legs aren't new, but they're still pretty cool and they deserve some attention here. Number 11, when Kai blasts Thunderfang's face with a swath of fire, they animated his teeth to have a little bit of a glow.
Thought I'd lighten up the mood.
Terrible puns?
Number 12 is one of my favorite scenes of the season, Jay's crackling with lightning, and if you pay attention to his lightning stripes, those actually glow too as he powers up, which I like a lot because normally Ninjago, what they're doing right now is just giving characters glowing hands, which I used to think was cool, but now it's so overdone that it's kind of lame. I like it when it's a little bit more intricate like this. That's why Cole works too, because his hands don't just glow. He gets patterns along his arms and legs. So I like when they go a step above and make the glowing thing a little bit more unique to that elemental master. Number 13, as Lloyd is riding Ryu and shooting Dragonians, when he shoots his energy blast, the trail actually travels a greater distance behind him than it usually would. In the previous scene, he's also flying forward with Ryu, but the power trail doesn't travel as far back. The reason for this is because Thunderfang spots him in the previous scene and he's slowly making his way towards Lloyd, which is why the winds are getting stronger and pulling Lloyd's power. So eventually that's how Thunderfang jump scares Lloyd from right behind him and sucks all of his power this time.
You can deny me no longer. I know you hear me. And I will not stop until I devour all of your souls as well.
Number 14, as Thunderfang is shouting at the Source Dragon, saying, "You can't ignore me anymore. I swallowed one of your conduit's powers." The camera is getting closer and closer, as if Thunderfang's getting closer to the Source Dragons, and the Source Dragons can't help but slowly start listening to Thunderfang.
What is this stuff? Don't ask me. Drinking it is what helps souls move on. Helps souls move on.
Number 15, as Arin pulls out the flask to make his final play and save the day, Roz immediately says, "Don't be a fool," meaning he knows what Arin was about to do. He knew the solution and he knew Arin a little too well, and not in a cute way. Number 16, as Arin's recalling his memories to draw strength from, Frak is in the crossroads for some reason, and this can make sense, but here's the reason why it's a little bit of a stretch. Arin says that they were best friends before the merge, before he moved away. Now, he could have moved after the merge, but it's just weird that Arin would say that they were best friends before the merge if he was still around after. Secondly, Frak kind of mentions he got his powers soon after the merge. He says he was pretty scared when he got it, which is weird because the crossroads are pretty developed in this scene, meaning Frak was there for quite a bit, which would kind of imply that Arin might have known about Frak's powers before he saw Frak in the City of Temples, which is impossible because he had no idea Frak had elemental powers. See what I mean? Like, technically it can work because Frak could have gotten powers much later on than the show seems to imply.
But then the merge happened, and boom, I could cause things to shake.
But I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking this. Comment down below if you think I'm onto something here or if I'm just crazy. Number 17 is Thunderfang is decaying. I'm not sure if this is intentional, but it kind of lines up with the wasting dragon sickness and how the scales turn black before the dragon dies. Number 18, Zane lifts Pixel from the car, which I think is super cute, and you'll just see like a lot of cute details like this sprinkled around. Number 19, even in Thunderfang's last breaths, you see him use his last little bit of energy and opens his mouth just a little bit to take back the Forbidden Five's powers and souls.
Thank you, Wildfire. And I'm sure some of the other ninja helped.
Number 20, as the team is hugging, look how aggressive Frak looks before he jumps into the hug and topples the whole tower down. Number 21, in a shocking twist where Sora decides to join Arin and Roz on their journey, we see that Arin's torso is completely broken, like the model is all crumbled up. It's weird. Number 22, Wildfire has this condescending look on Jay as he tries to walk with a broken leg and be arrogant. In my head at least, it seems like Wildfire is like, oh yeah, I've been there before. I used to be all cocky and think injuries can be healed in a second and that I could do everything by myself, but I'm all mature, unlike you, Jay, who's trying to be cool and nonchalant. And number 23, look at how happy Nia is just walking Jay down the stairs. I love that. And that is all for me watching Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 3 Part 1 at 0.25x speed. Skipped a lot of episodes, but that's just because I didn't want things to be repetitive. Very much looking forward to do the next season, and if you want me to do that, just comment down below and I'll get right on it when it does come out. Thank you for watching, and as usual, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.